Get ready for the best spring break of your life, because today we're gonna be playing an illegal console game with boobs in it. Hell yeah, brother! This is The Guy Game, a sleazy softcore porn experience thinly disguised as a video game, developed by Top Heavy Studios, gee, I wonder why they chose that name, and published by Gathering for PS2, Xbox, and Windows in 2004. Would you believe me if I told you the man behind this mess was a former Metroid Prime developer? Yep, Jeff Spangenberg, a monster energy can in human form, was the director, producer, and designer for this atrocity. An atrocity created by Jeff's desire to bring his lifestyle into the gaming world, salty that he was fired for being a down bad dude bro that do drugs and hookers instead of work. It's funny because even when he'd come to work, he'd just sit in front of his computer and goon himself into oblivion. Thus, The Guy Game was born, an FMV trivia party game where we answer various questions, then watch videos of random girls trying to answer them as well. If they get them right, nothing exciting happens, but if they get them wrong, we're treated to them flashing their tits in front of us, an entire camera crew, and a whole bunch of drunk, horny teenagers. So this is like an interactive game show inspired by the Girls Gone Wild series. Hell, the concept is pretty much the same. Get a bunch of drunk college girls to expose themselves for the pleasure of the viewers, but also the developers as well. The perfect concept for a video game. You know, for a game called The Guy Game, there's only one guy in it, and that's the main host, Matt Sadler, sporting the douchiest, most punchable face imaginable. Now Jeff, I can sort of understand why he did what he did. All he could think about was emptying his balls, whatever the cost. Plus, he was somewhat of a behind-the-scenes kinda guy. But who in their right mind would agree to put their face front and center and host something so absolutely raunchy? It's the ultimate career suicide move. Well, to be honest, it's not like Matt had a shining career to begin with. He's a stand-up comedian who had previously appeared on MTV, no doubt thanks to his hilarious routines.
Like, nobody tells you about the things that happen to you when you get into your 40s, like your body changes. And I was doing sex on my wife, and like when you're doing sex on somebody, there's a lot of different things you have to concentrate on. You know, you gotta be like, all right, are we having fun up here? Everybody's having a good time? Down here, still a party? Okay. And the whole time I'm smacking myself on the thigh with a dildo going, come on, pony boy, let's do it for Johnny.
He doesn't do much here, he just asks the questions, hypes the crowd up, and tells the girls to show their tits when they get their answers wrong. But interestingly enough, he's also credited as a designer and a writer, which is simply fucking embarrassing. At least perverts like Tarantino have the talent to make good art to use as an excuse for their fetishes, but this has no artistic merit whatsoever, unless we're counting the naked female body as some sort of artistic expression. But come on now, this is as exploitative as it gets. I suppose I should talk about the game now. After all, this is a video game, right? I'm sure you're dying to learn the game's mechanics and haven't muted the sound by now to comfortably jerk your peanuts. Anyway, after choosing an appropriate profile name, we select a babe that will act as our player avatar and begin the action. The game is split into 5 sets, each with 4 episodes. Every episode plays pretty much the same, with 4 different rounds, each with its own gimmick. The first round, called the foreplay round of course, makes us answer a bunch of random trivia questions and then guess if the girl they chose for that question got it right or wrong for a bonus. Like I mentioned before, if she gets it right, nothing happens, but if her answer is wrong, she has to flash in front of everyone, which is one of the core mechanics of the whole experience. I wish I were kidding. The more bonuses we collect throughout the game, the more the flashometer increases. The flashometer dictates how censored the girl's boobs are gonna be, and it has 3 sections: soft and squeezy, which hides the boobs behind the Guy Game logo, short and chubby, which hides them behind blurry pixels, and super stiff, which is what we've all been waiting for, uncensored bazongas in zoomed-in slow motion. The more points we get, the more undressed our avatar becomes as well. Everyone is getting naked here. Did you expect anything different? I love that some of the questions are really random and the girls have no choices like we do. They have to answer on their own, which is just unfair. Well, to be honest, it's not like they'd get the answer right even if they did have choices. But hey, no one cares when them titties come out.
The question is, what animal produces the largest eggs?
Oh, ostrich eggs are really big. Dinosaur eggs are really big. Elephant eggs are really big.
Elephants don't lay eggs, darling. They're mammals.
After the thrilling first round, we go to the second one, which is just a minigame round where the players have to use their balls in various imaginative ways, like shooting them into targets or clearing the field of other smaller balls. So many balls! I feel like an Instagram model already. They are probably the most fun we could have with this game, as we are the closest thing to a Mario Party style minigame, with bonuses, pickups, power-ups, and mildly exciting competitive action, if anyone in this universe actually plays this with someone else. But we are as simplistic and plain as we can be. You know what they remind me of? That beer strip flash game my friends and I used to play back when puberty was transforming us into the beautiful, acne-ridden goblins we are today. Now, if only I could see some real-life titties without spending a crazy amount of money. The third round, called Titwits, is pretty much the same as the first round, although this time the girls always get their answer wrong, and we have to guess which incorrect answer they've chosen. After that, we reach the final round, the Hottie Challenge, where the girls compete in a variety of races to win something, I don't know. It's certainly not their lost dignity. There is a great selection of sporting events, like bouncing on top of a ball or bouncing while wearing a sack. Lots of bouncing in general, I wonder why. We can bet on who will win to increase our money even further and emerge victorious from this grueling battle. It's also worth noting that throughout the game, we can do various things like use power-ups to gain immunity from a wrong answer, score extra points, and steal from another player. All very intricate and exciting mechanics. I'm sure you're glad I mentioned them. With the set complete, we are treated to a video of an incredibly bored lady lazily stripping in front of a camera. Come on now, I've seen better stripping in random action movies for fuck's sake. And what is it with always showing boobs and nothing else? What about the butt and feet enjoyers of the world? Don't they deserve a good nut as well? Anyway, we unlock the next set and some extras depending on our performance, and that's it. That's the guy game in a nutshell. At the start of this, I mentioned that this game is illegal. Why is that? Well, it's a funny story. Apparently, one of the girl's brothers found out about her participation in the game's filming, which is pretty sus already. As a result, the girl, identified only as Jane Doe for the legal proceedings, dragged the game's developers and publishers into court for violation of her privacy and for filming her naughty parts while she was 3 months away from her 18th birthday. Now, the first claim was easily dismissed on account of the massive film crew, crowd, and production surrounding the whole thing. One would be pretty stupid not to realize that they were being filmed for everyone's pleasure. But the second claim wasn't dismissed so easily and led to the game being recalled from store shelves on account of being actual distribution of cheese pizza. Now, in my opinion, this is a colossal fuck up from both sides. A quick search will reveal Jane Doe's appearance in the game, and if that's actually her and not baseless speculation, she says she's 21 when they're interviewing her, while in the court documents she's also admitting to drinking illegally and using a fake ID. A pretty sneaky and irresponsible thing to do. On the other hand, the developers should have checked each girl's age more thoroughly, including some sort of double-checking to prevent such a situation from even happening. Regardless, the guy game embraced the controversy unapologetically, but it didn't save it from being abandoned and forgotten. So where is everyone involved now? As far as the girls are concerned, I hope they're having great, prosperous lives with lovely families and exciting careers. Or they could be OnlyFans models by now, I don't know. Jeff disappeared from the gaming industry and nothing of value was lost. Matt continued to do stand-up for a while, but from what I could find, he too is gone. This is the last video from his YouTube channel.
Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna live through the night. He'll probably be fine. This is Cooper. We just heard noises outside and I got scared. He didn't hear anything, but if anybody out there knows what animal makes this, because it could have been one or more animal, I don't know, I'm not even sure, but it sounded like it had hands and it was clapping and barking like this. Like it sounded like, remember? Yeah, it sounded like I don't know what animal makes that noise. Okay, but if anybody knows, send help because we're very scared here. All right, thank you.
I guess he got eaten by a skinwalker. Poor guy. Where does that leave us then? With a now obscure game panned by critics and shunned by consumers for its controversial nature. What do I make of all this though? Well, strictly as a game, this sucks. The sets take way too long to complete, the minigames are plain and uninteresting, and the questions are always the same, so there's no replay value. Not that anyone would dare play this game with other people, it'd probably be the most awkward and shameful experience imaginable. As a concept though, I'm kinda torn about it. Some would call it a breath of fresh air in this woke-driven video game industry, others would criticize it for being demeaning and misogynistic. I've seen YouTube people making challenges out of asking girls to flash for them, and they don't always ask for ID besides the age question, and no one is really outraged about it. So, I don't know. Maybe it's cause they're at the same age and more transparent about it? We live in strange times, that's for sure. Maybe the guy game could work as a game show in video form for horny teenagers, but as it is right now, it's a shameful, boring, and controversial entry in the video game world, made stay forgotten for the rest of its existence. And that's all I had to say about that. Thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe for more stuff. You know how it goes. You can also support me on Patreon or become a channel member for early access to my videos and other perks. Have a great day, and until next time, take care and have fun.